Good day, everyone. This will be another lesson in English for academic and professional purposes, focusing on summarizing and paraphrasing. Plato once says or considers art and therefore writing as being imitative on nature. Writing in all forms and for all kinds of audience involves thorough research. Often, there is a grim possibility that an idea you considered Nobel has already been adequately explored. However, this also means there are multiple perspectives to explore now and thereby to learn from. Being inspired by another idea opens up a world of possibilities, thus several ways to incorporate and assimilate them in writing, namely paraphrasing and summarizing. However, mere incorporation does not bring writing alive, and to make it appealing to readers, the incorporation of various ideas must reflect the writer's understanding and interpretation of them as well. And therefore, it's quite necessary that you have to absorb the things that we will be discussing about summarizing and paraphrasing. Now, what is a summary? It is an academic paper that contains a thesis statement, main idea, and summarized subordinating points of a text. It also presents the most essential pieces of information in paragraphs following the IBC format for academic papers like research abstract, thesis, report, synopsis, and others. When we talk about thesis statement, it is clearly identifies the topic being discussed, includes the points discussed in the paper, and is written for a specific audience. Your thesis statement belongs at the end of your first paragraph, also known as your introduction. Use it to generate interest in your topic and encourage your audience to continue reading. So, in short, summary is the most salient point stipulated within the text or the composition. So, meaning to say the three IBC elements, introduction, the body, and the conclusion, are still visible, comprehensive, and usually brief, abstract recapitulation or compendium of previously stated facts or statements. Outlines the most essential pieces of information for, or like resume. We all know that the resume is a summary of professional or a professional statement. It describes the candidate's relevant experience, skills, and achievements. And the purpose of this career summary is to explain your qualification for the job. And this is written into 3 to 5 sentences and convince the manager to read the whole resume document. Same with summary. So, as I said or I mentioned, this is the most salient point. And of course, this is the short documentation that comprises some necessary information stipulated in the text or composition. What is a summarizing? It is defined as a strategy to use to identify the thesis statement, main idea, and to write a summarized form of subordinating points. Use a precise and specific language. So summarizing is taking a lot of information and creating a condensed version that covers the main points. An example of summarizing is writing a 3 to 4 sentences description that touches upon the main points of a long book. So I mean to say you're going to um, dissect the information is stipulated in the book just to get the most important details or the most important points. Summarizing teaches us why summarizing is important. Summarizing teaches students how to discern the most important ideas in a text. Discern the most important ideas in a text, how to ignore irrelevant information, and how to integrate the central ideas in a meaningful way. Summarizing is like encapsulation of related ideas that must be collated and discard the most unnecessary information that might resolve complexity in the text. So it's quite necessary that you only have to put in the summary what is really necessary to be read only in the composition. Because there are some unnecessary points, there are some unnecessary part of the text which only bring a lot of complexity to the reader. So there are three summarizing techniques. The first one we have here using of title, author, objective, theme, findings, and implication or conclusion. So these pieces of information are commonly found in what we call research abstract. Yes, that is one of the best example of summary, the research abstract itself. If you are writing a thesis, a dissertation, or let's say any academic text. So the abstract summarizes usually in one paragraph of 300 words or less the major aspects of the entire paper in prescribed sequence that includes the overall purpose of the study in the recent problems, the recent problems you investigated, the basic design and the study, major findings or trends found in the result of your study. So as you can see, based on that abstract summary, you are able to stipulate everything that you have written in your study, in your research. Using of what, who, where, when, why, and how information of a text. These pieces of information are found in summarizing articles like news articles, reports, and others. The question of summary writing is based on the text used for reading comprehension. This should be an advantage as you would be familiar with the text after several readings. Despite this, many students are not comfortable with summary writing. Their fears stem from their inability to identify information relevant to the answer. Some are also worried that they may not be able to put the information together into a coherent paragraph. But using this set of questions, the beginning of question, well, of course, that would be applicable or that would be our blueprint in able to understand more the text. Using of order steps or procedures with the help of transitional signals like first, second, then, and etc. As or based on the previous lesson that we had, the significance of transitional signals or the transitional words in the development of your composition. Knowing that transitional words and phrases can create powerful links between your ideas and can help your reader understand your papers logically. And that's it. Also, we will talk about what is paraphrasing. It is employed when borrowing others' idea or text in writing your own paper without directly quoting the source. Meaning to say, paraphrasing is presenting ideas, information in your own words, and acknowledging where they come from. By using your own words, you demonstrate your understanding and your ability to convey this information. Here are the important reminders in using paraphrasing. The first one, identify and do not alter the main idea, thesis statement, primary message of the text. Meaning to say, recognition of the content of the text summarized is necessary so that accuracy will be attained. Thus, in summarizing, it should not be modified. The concept or idea must retain. Second, restate others' main idea and subordinating points in a different form using your own words. So that means the power or the ability of rewording will be upholding to present the same idea. Then the last one, cite the source of the text using the prescribed citation format. Citation is necessary when you are writing an academic writing, especially research studies, so that you will not plagiarize the work of others. Now that you will be writing your practical research too, that is quantitative research, will definitely, it's quite necessary that you have to remind yourself that citing of information is quite necessary because you are giving acknowledgement to the original writer of the statement you are going to use or you are going to adapt in your study. So how do I paraphrase? First, read the text you want to paraphrase carefully before you attempt to paraphrase it. Well, it wouldn't be easy for you to paraphrase it if you're not going to read it thoroughly. So it's necessary that you have to read the text completely before you tend to paraphrase it. Then look up in your dictionary any words you do not understand. You will be uh, meeting a lot of some hyperlatin words. That's why it's quite necessary that you have your dictionary with you to consult some difficult words that you might be able to, that gives you a little bit hinder in understanding the content of the text. Reread the text quickly, skim it if you feel confident in particular. Pay attention to first sentence in paragraphs. Well, what I'm doing for me to understand thoroughly the text, I keep on reading, re- I keep on reading the text repeatedly. And then, of course, I focus on the first paragraph because in that first paragraph, I can easily acquire the topic or the main topic of the selection or the text itself. Then cover the text and verbally summarize it from the memory only. It is not necessary to use complex academic language. Use your own words. Here, you don't have to use some jargons. What you have to use is the words that you know how to use and the words that you are knowledgeable enough to use it for to make it more comprehensive. Write down your verbal summary. Check the original text again to make sure you have included the main points. Add quote marks if you have used any key phrases or unique terms which cannot be paraphrased. And record all source and author details for future reference. So those are the idea presented um, of using, summarizing, and paraphrasing. I hope you enjoy and enjoy learning class. That would be all. Have a great day.